Hey Virgo, Robin here. Welcome to my channel, Aries Fire Tarot. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I'm doing your November 2020 Wealth and Abundance Tarot card readings, and this is kind of my default deck. I use the Good Tarot to do this reading just because probably it's green and it's got some really interesting characters in the card. But anyway, I hope you enjoy your time here and that the reading resonates for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And of course, any cross watchers, you could be interested in watching a friend's or a parent or, your significant other watching their reading. But do keep in mind, this is a general read. It's very important to remember that. All right, so I'm just going to shuffle through, and I am making a call for donations, guys. If you've ever considered making a donation to my channel, I'm just asking because I've been out of work for about 6 months because of the pandemic. And, anyway, I'm not going to go into my big, long sob story, but I do have a PayPal link down below in the description box if you're at all interested. But, of course, no pressure. I'm here to serve you guys. So the only thing I'm going to do, I have a tarot spread in front of me, but I really just wanted to focus on the cards and ask the spirit guides, like, is there money coming into your life soon? So I feel like that shuffling is fine, and I'm going to, wow, of course there's money coming into your life soon. You're a Virgo and you're the Magician. You do have the Magician card here, and this is my favorite Magician card out of any of the decks that I have. I wanted to say own, but you don't own a tarot deck. But anyway, I actually used to have this card on my screensaver, like for my iPhone. And there's just a certain compelling knowing in the eyes of this particular magician. And if you look very closely, you will be drawn into who he is. So he's asking you to have a recognition of who you are. It's time for you to start calling things into your life and not having any doubt at all that it's going to happen. And start small, you guys. Start small. If you're a real skeptic, if you think that there's no such thing as luck or coincidence or, the law of attraction, start small. Just say, oh, I'm going to find 50 cents today. And I'm not talking about music. So, but man, I love 50 Cent. But anyway, and start taking a journal down of what you've manifested. And then when you start to doubt yourself, go and look at your manifestation journal and just say, oh, wow, this is working. I am more powerful than I thought. You could also start doing a manifestation journal, of what you receive and what you are calling into your life. So you could kind of do like 2 pages. Like I have a notebook here. So you could do like on one side, you could do like what you have successfully manifested. And then on the other side, you could do like, this is what I'm going to achieve, and then cross them off, or whatever system works for you. Kind of like I want to say a P&L sheet for yourself, but really start tracking how successful you are, because you're probably way more successful than you've ever been. And don't just look at manifesting money. Like, what else have you manifested? If you thought about, oh, I'd really like to have that sweater or something, and then all of a sudden somebody is like, hey, I don't really want this sweater anymore. Would you want it? And it comes into your life as a gift. That's manifesting. Like, it's not just some random person. That's you calling that into existence. So really take a look at your successes and understand the magician within you. And then you have the love card here. So it's time for you to really start loving your life. And there's something so deeply powerful about this particular strength card. Really curling up into the arms of the strength of the lion. You guys could be getting help from a Leo or another fire sign this month. just as sort of a spark of illumination, you know, where you look at somebody else's successes and you're like, wow, they're doing amazing. Or you could get a little bit of a pep talk from a Leo or an Aries or a Sagittarius. Because Leo is on this journey, you guys should be aware of it, towards being like incredibly wealthy, right? So you guys could really do a lot of good for yourself by sort of shadowing them or having a mentor who is a Leo. Could really bring a lot of balance to your life. You can see like the symbolism of the pillars in the background. There is a lot of balance here. If you guys are on a life number 6, that could be really important for you. This could be a really divine month for you to bring in. But I'm also getting here with the love card for you guys to sort of soften your approach, and give yourself time to receive also. And don't get frustrated when you don't manifest things immediately. Sometimes things do take a little bit longer, you know, because think about the science of baking a cake. If you take the cake out of the oven before it's done, you're just going to end up with some gloppy mess. You know, and you don't want that kind of delivery from the universe where you're getting some sort of half-baked gloppy mess instead of some gorgeous paycheck or new car or new partner, like whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. This is why I say when I do these readings, wealth and abundance, because abundance comes in more forms than just a bank balance, right? So try to soften your approach a little bit. Don't get frustrated. You know, you can listen to some kind of subliminals or affirmations to be in gratitude and to not lose your patience. I listen to stuff like that quite frequently because I'm an Aries and, you know, notoriously kind of short-fused. So the soft approach will work for you also. It's good to know what you want and be aware of how powerful you are, but it's like you could be sort of the fly on the wall and do just as much of a good job of manifesting as somebody on the front lines. You don't need to put all that exertion into it because it's already there for you, Virgo. This is really interesting. So we do have the Temptation card here. So you might be facing some things that you know aren't so healthy for you. I don't have this card in any of my other decks, but I'm sure, you know, even if you're not a religious person, you know the story about Adam and Eve. And if you don't know that story, you know, maybe just go hop on an audiobook or something like that. There is some sort of forbidden fruit available to you. It's like there's going to be a fork in the road. And I do think it's just the difference between being too overpowering in what you're trying to accomplish and being almost like the shadow. You know, you really don't need to be the center of attention or be under the spotlight. It might feel fun sometimes, but I'm getting the sense that it would wear off for you. So, like, really just avoid doing things like going to Vegas and trying to triple up your money or whatever happens in Vegas. Like, stay away from the things that are like tawdry, you know what I mean? Like off-track betting or like gambling, or do you know what I mean? Like betting on sporting events and stuff like that. It's not for you. Because there's a softer way for you to bring in your wealth and abundance, and that is just to have this absolute self-assurance and to love yourself enough with the Strength card to not put yourself in any sort of situation where the payout could be bigger than the payoff. So if you're doing stuff like that, if you're doing the gambling, first of all, I've seen so many people destroy their lives gambling. It's not even funny. You know, and you don't need to do that because there's a different way for you. There is that softer way. So you can tread softer and still like manifest your butt off. You know what I mean? You could really pull in a lot of opportunity and wealth for yourself. And I've got the Magician staring at me the whole reading saying, come on, Virgo, just come on over here. And, you know, you could maybe put on something that makes you feel a little bit more lush, you know, where you're like, oh, okay, now you're feeling a little bit more romantic. And I've been saying that this is the strength card the whole time, but it's actually called love. So, and I don't have this card in any other deck either. So sorry about that. I just thought it was the strength card, but anyway, it doesn't matter because I got the same message from it. So you do have the Two of Earth here, and there's just something ethereal and otherworldly about you guys. It's like you could sort of drift in and out of the veil, and you know what I mean by that. And it's like kind of cruising through different timelines and different realities and taking the best from everything that you see and really disregarding doing stupid stuff with your money that could end up leaving you flat broke busted, because there's different ways to approach things. And this is so, again, fuzzy and ethereal and sort of otherworldly. You guys, there's different approaches that you can be taking. And I can't like really, I want to say specify, but emphasize how important clothing can be when you're trying to manifest. So look up what color might really connect with your sign or, you know, your specific birth date for manifesting, and then go even further and look at what you want to manifest. You know, I do saging and chanting and stuff like that for manifestation. So whatever works for you, there's a bit more of a spiritual approach that you guys could take. And I'm really getting the sense here with the Two of Earth that you have an ancestor that would like to speak to you about how you can proceed further. And it could very well be the magician or the shaman in your tribe, in your family. Very interesting here. So soft pedal your approach and sort of fade back a little bit. Interesting. Very interesting reading for you guys. Very interesting. I'm fascinated. Like, if you guys try any of these techniques, then I just saw angel number 1221. Come back and let me know how you did, or shoot me an email. If you can't find the video, again, it's ariesfiretarot@gmail.com. So anyway, guys, yeah, amazing. I love what I saw in these cards. So take care. Bye.